Hello, my rip-roaring ratties. It's time for another turn in my all Warhammer Nations Dominions 5 game where I'm playing as Skavenblight. It's turn number 57. Let's have a look. Got Research and Alteration up to level 6, and we're now researching Blood Magic level 7. Alteration level 6 gives us Darkness and Frozen Heart, so we can do some better assassinations with our Spectral Mages and things. But Darkness, I think, is the main thing there. We've summoned up some Fire Snakes. We've contacted a Vermin Lord, our first Vermin Lord, so I will go and show you him in a moment. We conducted a Mind Hunt, but unfortunately Ratchis resisted the spell. So a whiff on the Mind Hunt there, a waste of Astral Pearls. Summoned some more Fire Snakes, summoned some more Fire Snakes. This is in the province that I thought that would be attacked this turn, just summoning up some snakes to help defend it. Some more Pit Breeding. Another Mind Hunt from Thankwall. But Bog Drinker was able to resist the spell, so some more wasted Astral Pearls. An Earth Attack from our god on... Let's see who we got. So we get a big Earth Elemental, full-size 6 Earth Elemental, so very nasty. And the enemy has an Orc Shaman. Interestingly, he starts a lot further away than he would for an assassination. Be a lot closer. So he's spamming some skeletons, that's not going to do him any good. He's got a fire shield, that's not going to do him any good. And he gets trampled. So I think an Earth Attack is 4 Earth Gems, something like that, to kill a Shaman. It can be worth it in a specific circumstance, but given that the Orcs did not attack with the big stack this turn, I wasn't stripping their defences off. I should just check actually, was this an Orc Shaman that had gems? Because that does make a difference as to if this was worth doing or not. He did not have gems, he was just a normal Orc Shaman. We have cast a King of Elemental Fire. We got Periphlagos. He's the one that can summon up fire elementals, I believe. He's basically just fire though. And we've got another Mind Hunt from Dwarf Nora. Unfortunately, another spell resisted there, Stabby Grot. I believe that might have been a Goblin Scout even that managed to resist it. So a very bad turn for that, and a loss of several Astral Pearls for no benefit. We found a magic site in Genom. That is the Stale Current, which I believe is 1 death underwater site. And we didn't find anything here. Got some more Blood Slaves. And then we got some assassinations. So firstly we got an assassination from Gutter King on an Orc boss. Yeah, we know how that's going to end. Water Elemental easily beats an Orc boss. We've got an assassination on Gut Squigbiter. He is an Orc Shaman. So here he's casting Will o' the Wisp. This does not look good for us. We're summoning up skeletons. Let's see how we do. But yeah, he's used a gem to cast Will o' the Wisp, which is quite a tough ask for an assassin and his skeletons to deal with. Let's just put it on fast, see what happens. So the assassin's fighting one of the Will o' the Wisps. He's taken out one of them. The Orcs cast a Fire Shield and he's blessed himself. And he's a 2 experience star one. Oh, we managed to get another skeleton out. Unfortunately, we're not doing very well in this battle. Got a limp now against the Will o' the Wisp. It's not looking good for us. In comes the Orc Shaman. So it's 1-on-1 now, but he's got a big Fire Shield. And we've got short weapons. So I don't rate our chances. And he lands a heavy blow there anyway. And finishes him off. Okay. So not a great result on that one. We've got a Goblin Great Shaman we're going to take out. So this is a little bit of a more expensive mage. You know, a slightly better one, kind of mid-tier for them. And he's fighting against one of our lifelong protection guys, so he is done for. There we go. And then a Goblin Shaman. So far just 1 failure. Let's see how we do in this one. We're in the dark again. This isn't a low-level Goblin Shaman, just the basic one. So it's not very important that we kill him, but he goes. We took over Robberhome. No one was there to stop us. So this was our Foul Vapors expansion army, which no one has managed to stop. And we've got a battle in Ograthon. This is our Thug Spectral Mage. Not a very powerful Thug, kind of a budget Thug, against some Province Defense. So he should be absolutely fine against this. Let's just watch. So Temper Flesh, Iron Skin, Earth Power, and then... Oh, he did take a hit. But he is draining it back, and he's relying on his fear and ore basically to keep him going. But yeah, he took a hit. That could have gone badly for him. But he's fine now. He's just life drained himself back to full health. There we go. So we took that. The horrible Slaanesh Song has stolen some of our people. We've got some unexpected events. We've got Warpstone Seam in Wicker Woods. Lost our temple in Mornwoods, and we're going to be rebuilding that one, because that's a place we do want a temple. It's a forted place, and losing the population is bad too. And then Sea of Mermaids, Tombsmith or Spectral Mage is wounded. He's actually fine. I checked, didn't take any actions or anything. And then Worldwide, extra luck. And we have seen that in 3 months' time, the sun is going to grow larger and the climate unnaturally warm and unrest increase. So it's going to be hot in 3 months' time. That could matter for the Lizardmen. We'll see. But I think 3 months' time is going to be a fairly warm season anyway. We were also discovered, Gutter King here, a scout was discovered and taken out. So we do get to see what they've got in their army. It's still much the same stuff. Pretty nasty. The main thing is the 116 Night Goblin Loons, obviously. 35 Black Orcs is pretty nasty. And, of course, they've got their War Boss Rising, who's very strong. And a couple of their, at least one of their national heroes. Yeah, one national hero. Okay, we haven't taken the fortification walls down here, but we are starting to damage it. And we've got some starvation in Thorn Woods, where I'm fixing that by moving some troops out. So this turn, let's start just by looking at the summons we've got going on. So we've got Piriflagos, the King of Flames. The nice thing about these guys, the bad thing is that he's got firepower too, so if it's cold, he's in a terrible situation. But against the Lizardmen, who've got a warm climate, he would be better. And he's got amazing fire shield, 20 AP damage, great fire shield, and he's ethereal. So you can kind of use him as a thug. He's got 5 fire built in, which you can use to cast firestorms, things like that. And in terms of research, we're going to get Blood Magic level 7, and then we're going to go to Evocation 7. Evocation 7 will give us Firestorm, so he can go and just cast Firestorms and wear equipment to keep himself safe and hopefully roast entire armies that don't have fire protection. We also get Nether Darts here. Stygian Rains we could do with our Cockthead, and potentially we could do something with Cloud of Death. I'm not very excited about Cloud of Death, but yeah, it's alright. So we've got Piriflagos. For the moment, he's just going to stay here and summon up some fire elementals. It's not very exciting, but that's what his job is. We're casting another King of Elemental Fire here. We'll get a different one. And we're casting another Vermin Lord. Our Vermin Lord that we've got, Kiwi Chew, we've called him, after my best friend's, one of his pet Degus. He's got built-in Fear. He's got Regeneration, because I've given him a Ring of Regeneration. He's got built-in Invulnerability, but I've also given him the Chithronic Lion Belt. So he's got, against mundane things, very good protection. He can Ethereal himself, he can do Soul Vortex, which we've got available now, he can Invulnerability himself if he wanted to. He's got Reinvigoration, because we've given him Boots the Messenger. And I've given him a Burning Pearl, because his Doomglaive is length 4, so with attack skill 19 he can do some kind of repel thugging stuff there. It's not perfect, but it'll do. And this Astral will let him teleport, so that's what we're going to do with him. He's teleporting to Grimtark. Grimtark is here, Gintmark rather. It's got a lab, so if we do take it, we'll be able to then teleport out or do something else. And it's got some stuff that we can fight, some griffins and stuff. Hopefully we'll be able to trap and kill a few of these things. And if we do manage to successfully attack these provinces, it will be linked up and we'll get an income from it. We've got our thug attacking down here, and we're moving some of our Wraith Lords attacking here and here, and if they lose it doesn't matter. But they're just using Soul Vortex basically to go and attack things. Yeah, so coming back here, we're going to have another one of these Vermin Lords, and we'll equip him up and probably teleport him onto stuff as well. That's the great thing about Vermin Lords, they can teleport. It's very exciting. I may get counter-teleported by the Orcs God, but it will be interesting to have this guy running around. They've also got built-in stealth, so he can sneak away having teleported in somewhere, which is very useful to do. But yeah, that's plan over there. We are forging a flying carpet. I think this was to move elemental kings around, but in actuality, I think because I'm casting another Vermin Lord, I'm instead going to get a Chithronic Lion Pelt, because that's a really nice bit of armor. Because Vermin Lords, because they've got these big horns, they can't wear helms, they can only wear crowns, so the Chithronic Lion Pelt giving them head protection as well is very handy. What's his script? Soul Vortex, Body Ethereal Blessing. Yeah, that pretty much makes sense. And yeah, we're still recruiting mages and so on, so we're not doing any other big summons here other than the Vermin Lord and the King of Elemental Fire, but that's good enough for now, I think. Some more Boots to the Messenger because they're generally useful. We've got Anthrax, and I've decided to attack over here because the Dark Elves have not taken this back. It was taken off them a while ago, just by a province revolt, I think, and they're just not taking it back. They've also lost this province to Knights. They've just lost this. If they don't take this back, if they don't send anyone over here, I'm going to take that as well. Yeah, they've been kind of quiet, and I think they've maybe staled one 1 or 2 turns, and they're not doing very much at the moment. So if they're not going to do anything and make use of these provinces, I'm just going to take them. It's not actually declaring war on them. If they're just leaving them there and I take them. And possibly I should do a similar thing with this in Copperwoods. I don't know. Maybe they're finally going to kick into action and take this back. The Chaos Dwarves have not taken back these Lizardmen provinces for many, many turns. Possibly they have some kind of peace agreement with the Lizardmen that's stopping them from doing it. I'm not sure. Anyway, on the Orcs and Goblins front, we are moving some things down here. This is just a probe with a scout that we're sending in. We're moving some troops down here to siege this, so we've got a bit of siege strength. Skaven slaves mostly, and we've got the troops that were already there. So this is still a foul vapor strat, but we've just got some more troops backing them up. And we are sending a thug down here to attack, and we are moving... Is there anyone moving on to here? Yes, it's a Wraith Lord. So we're Wraith Lording both these provinces. Yeah, that's basically the plan, and we're still waiting for the Orcs to get off their butts and attack us over here. Possibly, you know, well, I'm not sure really. We'll see what happens. I'm casting some more mechanical men to give me troops here. I might have to go on the offensive against them just because I'm tired of this being this annoying stalemate, and I might attack. I'd like to do some more damage to them and then possibly go for peace, or possibly just eat some more of them. I'm not sure. My plan, of course, was to get this throne and potentially this throne, just attack and all down this coast, but see how that goes. What else is going on? Still pushing my Dominion all over the place, trying to make sure I've got Dominion for my god to travel around in. And yeah, not a lot else going on. I've got some... I'm not doing so many mine hunts and things this turn because that was a big waste of astral pearls, and I want to build them up and get that Ring of Wizardry. Yeah, that'd be good to have. So I can now cast Infernal Disease with the Ring of Sorcery, Brazen Vessel, Armor of Souls, Bloodthorn on a Molder Mutator. I can cast that. Infernal Disease sends a Disease Demon after one of these lads. So I'm just hitting that same province and trying to pick off another one of their commanders. That'd be nice to do. Sending some assassins around still as before. Assassins are just generally sneaking around and causing trouble. Possibly they're going to be... Yeah, see, their god has woken up here, Queenskins North, so I'm moving out my assassin there because I don't want to be messing with trying to assassinate their god. That's not going to work out well for me. And I suspect he might teleport somewhere this turn. But we'll see. We can react to whatever. And I think this turn went okay for the war. It was kind of mild skirmishing and we took a couple of provinces. It's a bit temporary, but yeah, a slow win this turn, at least in the war. And a loss of a bunch of pearls by being silly with mind hunts. Okay, I will see you next turn. Thanks for watching. Hello, it's turn 58. Let's see how we're doing. We've completed level 7 in Blood Magic, so we can get our Vampire Lords, and we're now researching Evocation level 7, although I think I might change that slightly. Let's have a look at the research. Yeah, I've moved this to Enchantment level 6 because I want to get... Well, Rigor Mortis would be nice to have for use with Wraith Lords and things like that. We could do some good stuff with Wraith Lord Thugs. But what I want from here is that I would like to have Eternal Pyre. Eternal Pyre is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fire, but we've got our elemental royalty, our fire elemental royalty. They can have a fire booster and then they can cast Eternal Pyre for us. That'll get us a nice extra income of 20 fire gems, which we've already got huge amounts of gems, and maybe that'll aggravate people, but it's too good to pass up. So we're going to do that. We've got another King of Elemental Fire. This is one that summons up Magma Children. His name is Ruax. We have seen another global go up. So this is interesting. This is Slaanesh has cast Mother Oak, overcasting the Lizardman casting in Mother Oak, or maybe the Slaan that cast Mother Oak got killed. I'm not sure. But now they've got that, which is obviously a benefit to Slaanesh and a disadvantage to the Lizardman, so we like to see that. We have cast some Mechanical Men and some Waterfire Throwers, and we've cast Infernal Disease on the Orcs. Snitch Redclaw cast that. And our Infernal Disease Demon, here he is. So he's got a disease aura, carries plague, and he's got Touch of Leprosy, 2 attacks there. They're not amazing combatants, they're alright. They can usually take out enemy mages and things fairly reliably, but this Orc Shaman has got Marble Armor, which he took off one of our thugs that he killed, one of our Spectral Mage thugs. And consequently, he's quite a bit harder than usual to take out because of his high protection. And he's put up a fire shield, which the disease demon will be throwing himself into. Yeah, here's the disease demon. Here's all the plague puffs going off around it, just as they were with the from the bite of those rats. But you can see he's not doing very well because he's just getting roasted by the fire shield and he's not able to get through the protection. So the Orc Shaman defeats him. Oh well, it doesn't cost very much, and it was a good test. And yeah, we're just continuing to harass the hell out of the Orcs with assassinations. Kiwi Chew has cast Teleport, named after my best friend's his favoured pets. And this is our Vermin Lord, who's going to go off into Thugger Province. We've cast Gnome Law, but we didn't find any sites. Oh well. We've not been very lucky with those, but then we've got so much gem income, I can't really complain. We contacted another Vermin Lord to help us out, and this is our Vermin Lord Kiwi Chew landing in Gintmark. So let's see how he does. So the Vermin Lord, to start off with, he's got the Lion Pelt, he's got health regeneration and fatigue regeneration basically, and then he's got pretty good protection. Not amazing, but pretty good. And he's got built-in invulnerability, so against mundane attacks, he's pretty tough. And then he is up against, you know, not nothing. This is some Orc and Goblin Cavalry, some Loons, some Griffins, which might interrupt me from buffing up, and then some Chariots, which could potentially be quite annoying. They're size 4. I am a mere slip of a beast at size 4 myself, so they can cause me some problems. He hasn't got any Boar Chariots in there, but he has got a couple of these very nasty War Bosses, very tough. This one's got the Amulet of the Dead. This one's got nothing. This is still one of my assassins he killed, I guess. Okay, let's see how we go. So we get off our Soul Vortex, very cool graphical effect. The Griffins jump all over us and we start whacking them, but the Soul Vortex is also chomping into them very nicely. Big bags of hit points and fatigue to drain away and make us a bit less tired. We were trying to make a kind of we could take a nasty beaking there. We were trying to make a kind of repel thug with this Vermin Lord, if you remember. So the Doom Glaive and the Burning Pearl to get his attack up. One of the nice things about equipping the Burning Pearl is that you also do get some fire resistance, which is very welcome. I'm just going to throw around fire elementals and things. So we've killed the Griffins. Hopefully we'll be able to get off another buff. Or maybe we were just doing Soul Vortex? No, Body Ethereal we're doing now. So that's very important for keeping us from being taking chip damage from all these guys. So lots of arrows and things coming in, some troops coming in, and we can see some repels going off as he looks like he's disco dancing. We are taking hits because our protection's not that good. But we've got the regen, and of course the Soul Vortex is going to give us hit points as well. So at the moment we're on 77, which is above maximum. We'll just keep an eye on that as this rolls along. So there we are. Soul Vortex is actually doing quite a lot of damage to these troops, and we're not doing quite so much with the actual weapon, but how's our hit points? 96, so we're in no danger whatsoever. These guys are dangerous, these War Bosses. They can hit very hard. They've come in, but they don't have magical weapons. We do have Body Ethereality. This one is Berserked, and they're whacking away at me, so my hit points dropped a bit, but they're still fine. The Soul Vortex is doing its work. One of the War Bosses is fleeing because of the fear. We've managed to hit the other one. He is decaying, so he is doomed. Blacktooth, your time has come. And we're still picking off these chariots and things that are charging in. Not too shabby so far, keeping ourselves well alive, and we're just slowly picking away at things. Soul Vortex is killing some. He's crushing some under his hoof. He's hitting some of them with his glaive. He's completely got no fatigue whatsoever. And yeah, he's blood surged, so yeah. Pretty impressed with that. That's good. Good thugging. Let's look at the Butcher's Ledger, as Lucid calls it. We took out a Black Orc Warboss Rising, very nice. We took out a Goblin Warboss Rising, very nice. We took out an Orc Warboss, also very nice. Didn't get the Shaman. And then just assorted stuff, that none of that really matters that much. But we took the Province, and the Vermin Lord was untouched. So he is vulnerable to things teleporting on him now, but he should be okay. We searched for magic sites, searched for magic sites, searched for magic sites, and didn't find anything. But then we did find one in Cassian Forest here, Rattus Norbite. What did we find? A Forgotten Village. Well, I'll go and have a look at that in a moment. Greenskins North have got a new prophet. Bit of blood hunting, and then we're on to the assassinations and then the battles. So assassinations, Skratisk is after a shaman. This is an unequipped, yet normal assassin after a shaman. How's he going to do? This is often a hard fight for the normal assassins, unequipped ones. He got him though. Well done, sir. Orc Shaman gun. Then we've got a battle in Fairy Forest. This is just our scout probing, so we can have a look at their forces. And we can see that they've moved out their big force. This is just what they've left behind. And we've also got a battle in Bolfagon. This is some indies that were in a Dark Elf province, and we just sent Anthrax to go and deal with them. They do not stand a chance, obviously. I'll put this on super fast. In fact, you can press N to like skip forward an entire round. You can see them leaping forward, but yeah, he's got a Spirit Helm, he's got Bane 5 Shield. They instantly rout. That's an easy one. And I'll be sending him to the Orc front, I think. We've got a battle in Balm. This is our Wraithlord Thug. So he is going to cast Soul Vortex, and then I think Invulnerability, or maybe not, maybe it's just Soul Vortex. No, Invulnerability as well. So at the moment his protection's good, but once he's got Invulnerability on, against mundane things he's going to be, you know, invincible. Yeah, against mundane attacks, 32. Yeah, so he's fine. There's just some province defense and... Oh no, we got... That's interesting. So this is a wild boss that fled from that magic battle, and that's the shaman that fled from that magic battle, rather. He's enlarged the wild boss, and then the wild boss is running in to hit us. Now he could hit us hard enough to kill us, but we are ethereal natively because we're a Wraithlord, and he's got pretty good stats and protection, so he can probably survive this wild boss charging in and trying to decapitate him. So the wild boss misses, which is very fortunate. We've got tons of hit points because of the Soul Vortex. Soul Vortex is already chomping him. Speed this up a bit. Is the Wraithlord going to take out the wild boss? He's hit him, so he's decaying. And the wild boss is hanging in there because he's berserked. He's hit him again. This wild boss is done for. Take any damage? Maybe a tiny bit, not sure. Yeah, he's getting trampled because he's small. But he's got plenty of hit points and he's ethereal, so the trample's not really working. He's killed the wild boss, and that's that. So yeah, that's not bad to pick off another of these wild boss that ran away and didn't get the Orc Shaman, but took the province, no problem. Greendale we took with no problem. There was no one there, and we saw a battle in the Listless Lands. This was just some province defense from Slaanesh getting taken out by the lizards. They've gotten a lot of use out of this guy, Nehekhara the Wanderer. He's been in a lot of battles for them and it's done really well. Bad omens, misfortune, bit of dominion change, and some magic. Tesk Idol has been unearthed in Sleeping Mountains. Ratifiers of the Hungry Earth no longer has dominion of the land. So if we go there, you can see that it's reduced our dominion quite considerably. This is in the middle of our territory. It should be up at our max dominion. Yeah, kind of an interesting event. Gintmark, we get some blood slaves and some gold. Excellent, thank you. Detroit Become Normal, who I think was our scout at the very start of the game, and that's why Detroit Become Normal. And he has been discovered and attacked, and he is dead. Our scout from right at the start of the game, I believe. Oh well. And then another scout got picked off there. We're not really taking these fortifications because we've just dropped thugs onto them. We've got some starving in Durland, which is here. Now, am I moving some forces out from Durland so that they won't be starving anymore? I think the answer there is, so I took away some of like my wineskins and things, and I moved some troops in. So I should make sure that I'm moving enough troops away from here that they won't be starving. Let us just send Mr. Thrask with his big chunk of rats. You can just move down there so you're not starving anymore. That's fine. Yeah, so what's going on the Orc and Goblin front? Well, you can see down here we took Gintmark with our teleporting Vermin Lord. We're not going to attack again this turn because I want to keep hold of this province at all costs against magic phase things, because I am gatewaying in Mariska. Gateway lets me teleport from a lab to a lab, friendly lab to a friendly lab, and I'm going to bring in a massive load of my Council Guard. Be on attack. I forgot to actually set them. They'll be on hold and attack. Mariska will be there as well, and Mariska will be casting Soul Slay, I think, just in case there's something big. He'll also want to do a Divine Blessing before he does that. He's got a bunch of weapons teams, and he's got some Skaven slaves to go at the front and get extremely destroyed. Let's just have them hold an attack. Yeah, Rio's fine. Okay, so Mariska's coming in, and he will be arriving here if we manage to keep hold of the province. I hope I will keep hold of the province. Kiwi Chew is going to stay here, and he's going to cast Bloodright, which will give me some vampires, which can be quite fun for disrupting, because they can fly if they have teleported in enemy mages, let's say, using, teleported those in, then maybe the vampires can deal with those. I'm sending this Wraithlord down here. They've got lovely map move. If you look at this, they can hit, numerous places. Very nice. I'm sending this Wraithlord down here to take this siege, and this Thug is moving down here where there may be more troops. Not sure. That could be what he ends up fighting, and he may do better than the Wraithlord potentially against lots of troops. Not sure. This Wraithlord, yeah, he's moving to here, and he's being backed up by... Wormvenom is moving over here, and he's going to be doing Frozen Heart spam to support in case of, again, magic movement on top of him. Although he won't get there in time to do the magic movement, but, if you can help him against stuff, and you'll be in a lab, which is useful, I can give him a Black Heart. Over here, this force is all moving down onto this, so I'm moving everything down here, and then I'm moving another force on top of this, which is basically just the rats, because I get rid of them. I don't really care about them. I should take Thrask's bag of wine and give it to somebody else who's going to stay here. Let's give it to Pestink. So Thrask's going down there, just get rid of some rats so we don't starve, and to keep that siege going. And yeah, our main force is still staying here. We're casting some more mechanical men because I like them and I want to have a big army of them. And yeah, we're just kind of researching and holding this bit. We've now got positive dominion over here, so I could send my god in there to do some stuff, but I think for now I'm just going to hit it with this sort of 1000-pox thug. So he's going to go in and do his usual foul vapors, but he's going to have a lifelong protection to annoy the enemy and keep them out of his way, and he's going to have a Chthonic Lion Pelt. He's going to cast Soul Vortex and Invulnerability, Blessing, and then he's just going to hold an attack. So he's kind of like a Foul Vapors Thug. And that's in case the enemy has a big army there, but I don't expect they will. I expect this is just going to be some province defense that I'll take over very easily. I've got tons of stuff assassinating there that should stop any patrollers from doing anything, including a Frozen Heart assassin there. Ratus is going to attack this province. Yep, so that's just trying to take that. It's basically going to have province defense in it, I think, and we'll go and take that with our stealthy troop. And we're generally just hitting the orcs in a lot of different places and being annoying and trying to raid them and take income from them, and dispirit the player that I'm fighting against. I could contact him and see if he wants peace, but at the moment, if I'm just able to swarm him and take loads of his provinces, I'll just do that instead of having peace with him. It's fine. I do want to prepare a force to come and take this throne. This is a path I want to take is actually taking this, but I would have to deal with this first. I really am trying to paralyze him with indecision and whittle this army down. Hopefully get it with a big thug. Speaking of which, Anthrax is going up here. My second Vermin Lord that I've cast, he is down here. He's called Get and Barge. He's got the Ring of Sorcery because he is casting Curse of Blood, so that I can have a Vampire Lord. I've got my two Fire Elemental Royalty casting Summon Allies, just to get some, free troops, basically. I'm casting another King of Elemental Fire, although there I don't think I should be, because if I'm going to go and get the... well, what's my income? 24 per month. Instead of doing that, I'm going to research with Kesban, because I want to be able to cast the Eternal Pyre next turn, which I think I will be able to. Researching enchantment level 6, yeah, so once I've got enchantment level 6, I'll cast that. And I want to have the gems free to cast that next turn, so let's make a correction. Elsewhere, what am I doing? I'm just forging a few items. I'm going to have the correct equipment that Get and Barge can. Once he's summoned up this Vampire Lord, he can teleport off and do some thugging and so on. And elsewhere, just spending lots of my income. I have quite a bit of income because of all this successful warfare against the orcs. And I'm forging, the only thing that's exciting that I'm forging is... Where are you? I'm forging a Bag of Wind. I'd totally forgotten that there's a booster that you can get at Air 5, along with the winged helmet. It's very expensive, the Bag of Winds, but it gives you another air, which means I can then take Korrigol and have them go down here and cast Queens of Elemental Air with our air gems. So that's nice. So we're just forging up a Bag of Winds to give them that extra level of air. Vintis is currently doing nothing with his Eye of the Void. I could have him casting Mind Hunts and things, but I'm saving my astral income as much as I can. Thankful again doing nothing, just getting my research, researching along. The war's going well at the moment, so I don't really need to do anything else with these troops. Casting another improved pit breeding, and I'm moving out this army that has a bunch of just stuff, which is Praggett and Kritistar. They're going to start starving when they get there, but then they'll immediately be free to move on to this province. And I think I will be moving them onto there and then moving this army down next turn. Hopefully that will go okay. I don't know. We'll see what the orcs do. Anyway, sorry that there's no big battles or anything, but that's your lot for today, and I will see you next video. Thanks for watching.